We're live. Just let you know.
That international soda is getting a little expensive.
Yes. For those of you joining us, welcome to the Sports Nerds. We are here on the commemorative John Olson birthday show. Happy birthday, 45 years to Mr. John G. Olson. Welcome to middle age, sir. I hope you enjoy.
Is it? I thought I was middle age at 40.
No, 40. No, I'd say 45, maybe middle age. You know,
Is that officially middle age?
Give you a 5-year buffer there, bud.
Oh, okay. So my youth is totally dead. Like it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, your youthful years are past you now.
Yeah,
perfect. I love it. Yeah. This is the back half. This is the back half, right?
Yeah, this is the back half. Yes, exactly.
The back nine. Yes. Is involved, right?
Pretty much. It's halftime.
So since you're middle aged now, I dub the Sir John a lot.
Sir John. Thank you. Yes.
Yes. Joining us as usual, the usual characters.
Nobody.
My co-hosts, Elliot Biggie Lamba,
the cast,
and Toslow, and of course the birthday boy, Mr. John Olson. Good to see you, gentlemen.
Hey, get your dogs chewing stuff.
Welcome everyone.
Yeah, welcome to the Gong Show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, Chuck.
Jeez.
So what's going on, guys? There's a little bit of baseball news this week. Specifically, I want to bring up because I got the Cleveland hat on. The Yankees and Guardians yesterday.
You won't believe how many times. As a matter of fact, as I was listening to the game yesterday and today, you wouldn't believe how many times Michael Kay called them the Indians.
Right. That's not surprising. It's the first season.
At one point they were all saying that for whoever calls them the Indians has to throw in $20 into a jar. It's kind of hard. It's kind of like calling the Chargers L.A. instead of
It'll be a while before I get used to
calling the Raiders Las Vegas instead of Oakland.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So for those of you that didn't see it, Yankees winning a walk-off, and the inning before there was an issue because one of the Guardians players, and I forgot his name.
Straw.
No, wasn't Straw. It was the other guy that got. He was running for a fly ball and face planted into the outfield fence.
Right, and then Straw got involved.
And then the fans were heckling him and laughing at him because he got hurt. And then Straw got involved, climbed the fence up, and confronted the fans at that point.
I think the Cleveland player's name was Quan. Seemed like.
Yeah, Brett, you're gonna have to reconnect yourself. Give me a second here. Let me get the link for you. You have to reconnect. You have to reconnect your Facebook account to.
Yeah, you've been absent, so
Yeah, you've been absent, so they don't recognize you. Yeah, click on that link and reconnect yourself. It's good to see you, Brett. Anyway, and then the Indians took a lead going into the bottom of the ninth, and then they walked. The Yankees walked it off with a double to right center, or a single, whatever it was. And all of a sudden, after the winning, the fans started throwing debris on the field, out in center field,
right
center, almost hitting some players, and then it just all hell broke loose in the stands as the debris started flying hardcore. Now, those of you who follow me know that I had recently. Wow.
He's all choked up.
Wow.
Mm.
Earlier this week, I had posted a post about sportsmanship and the deterioration of sportsmanship at all levels of sports. And this goes back to an incident that happened is it a junior college or is it
junior college?
A junior college game where a runner was taunting a pitcher as he was running the bases after a home run, and the pitcher bounded off the mound and tackled the guy as he rounded third base.
Didn't that happen in the majors once?
I don't remember. I don't recall that ever happening in the majors.
I don't remember.
I think one time. No, I think actually it was Reggie Jackson. I don't remember who the pitcher was, but he rounded the bases. Then when he tagged home, he ran out to the pitcher and they started brawling.
Oh yeah.
Nolan Ryan and back in the day.
Was.
And then, of course, the old Pedro Martinez incident where he...
See, Reggie was smart. He made sure he scored first.
Right, yeah. Then the Pedro Martinez where he almost...
Where he rolled Don Zimmer?
Rolled Don Zimmer over onto his back, the old man himself. Guys, what's going on with sportsmanship? It's terrible.
It's following the political trend. Is what
it is. It's a reflection of society.
Yeah.
Society has gone bonkers, and it's going into sporting events.
Wife must be home.
Yep. Yeah. So now I can talk and.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Ever since politics has taken the ugly turn that it's taken over the past few years, okay, a lot of society and beyond has deteriorated as far as even treating people like people anymore.
Right.
It's not just sports. I mean, people genuinely don't like each other anymore.
And one of
I don't think this is a new trend either, because I remember going back about 18 years ago, a basketball game between the Pistons and the Pacers. When Ron
Artest went into the
Malice at the Palace.
Malice at the Palace.
And that one got way ugly.
Well, didn't they throw a beer at Artest, and then he
went after him.
He wasn't Metta World Peace at the time, by the way.
No, he wasn't. No,
he was Ron Artest.
Yeah. He was still Ronnie Artest, right?
Right, yeah. But you know what, Ken?
One in the stands.
I hate. I know there's been occasions you can go back and throughout the decades about incidents that happen between players and fans, but it just seems more prevalent these days.
Well, because everything is front and center, dude. The dissension between humans these days is front and center.
That's right.
Tribalism has become a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're not on my side, you're on the other side.
Right.
And that's all there is to it.
Yeah. I mean,
if you're not with me, you're against me.
Right.
Now, all these phrases apply nowadays.
Now, before I get
it's my way or the highway.
Right. Now, before I get called a hypocrite, we pride this show on Smack Talk. Smack Talk is one thing. Okay. It's all good fun, back and forth, humorous and stuff. But we don't physically attack each other. We don't throw stuff at each other.
That's because we're not political. Yeah. That's because we don't get political about shit.
No.
Well, let's be honest. You three are liberal weenies, and I got to put up with you guys and your shitty takes.
You love it. You love every single minute of it, John.
You like that?
You love it.
You wanted political. I'll go political.
Exactly.
Three liberals and a Canadian.
Three liberals for the Canucks.
I had Snoop Dogg give you a happy birthday wish today, okay? It doesn't get much more liberal than that.
Definitely.
But, I mean...
I got my own feelings on the Yankee incident with the crowd and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. And trust me when I say I do not condone what the fans did.
Right.
They're called the bleacher creatures for a reason.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's what they call them in New York, because it's general admission. Anybody's going to show up. You don't get people with season tickets out there. And so you're going to get random folks with random attitudes. Look, when I was a teenager, I went to a Yankee game, and if it wasn't because I was up on the wall in left field and Goose Gossage was in the bullpen, he would have tried to scale that wall to get to me because I kind of called him a name he didn't like. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the nature of the beast in that section. I don't think it's cool that you heckle a player that gets hurt, There's nothing, there's nothing
Yeah,
cool
and that's
about
what they
that.
were doing. They were heckling the player because he.
But
got hurt.
here's the thing: what triggered the whole thing was Mr. Straw climbing the wall trying to get to the fans.
Yeah, and
Once he did that, he lit the fuse.
Yeah, and they thought it was okay to be.
He lit the fuse not just for what happened later, but for the shit he got at the game today.
Mm-hmm.
What
Okay?
happened? No, I haven't seen what happened today.
Well, they were heckling him. They
heckled and booed him today.
Dude, they went off on this dude today.
Yeah.
Okay. But here's the thing. Again, it is the player's responsibility not to cross a line.
Hey, Clarky.
Hey, Clark.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't expect, again, the fans are not going to be held accountable. So as a player, you need to not try to show that you're trying to come off the field to hurt somebody.
But it's not really
the accountability of the
But
fans.
at the same time, if you notice, Aaron Judge and Mike Stanton were out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Carlos Stanton were out there immediately.
Oh yeah, and the players were quick to appreciate what the Yankee players did after the fact. I mean, they came out and got in the middle of it, and we're berating. We're going, what's going on? What are you guys doing? What are you doing? All that stuff. So the Yankees players stood up for the Guardians players. I almost
exactly. You know what? Because that's professionalism.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And regardless of what Straw did, regardless of what anything, you can't throw shit on the field.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure they're going over video of the incident, and they're probably going to ban some fans.
Yep.
From the stadium.
Yep.
Which is great. The only thing, and this is just foreseen, okay, using my ability to see forward, okay. The only way that this thing does not become, how should I say, letting the Yankee fans off the hook is if when the Yankees go to Cleveland, their fans don't do the same shit.
Yeah, that's a very good point, very valid point.
Because if the fans in Cleveland decide that they're going to retaliate or, turnabout is fair play, and they're going to start throwing shit at the then they're no better, and they got no excuse.
Correct.
And you're letting the Yankee fans, and I'm not saying Yankee fans in general, just the ones that participated in that nonsense. Okay, you're letting them off the hook. Right.
You can't take it out on the Yankees players because they actually came to the game and they supported the Guardians players.
Yeah.
You can't take the fans can't take it out. And if something like that happens, which in Cleveland you never know because it's happened before. If they do that, then they're as guilty as the Yankee fans, and they need to be.
Well, yeah, and again, it lets those fans off the hook. They say, you know what, they ain't no better than we are.
Correct.
And to me, I hope they don't do that because I don't think those fans should be let off the hook.
No, they should be banned from the stadium for at least one season.
They should be banned for a lifetime.
Okay.
I have a question for you, Elliot.
Yeah.
You've been to a Yankee game fairly recently, right?
Where in Yankee Stadium?
Yeah, the new Yankee Stadium.
Oh no, I've never been to the new Yankee Stadium.
Okay. I was just
last time I was in Yankee Stadium, they were playing the Texas Rangers in 1996.
Okay. Do they cut off sales? Because I know at parks here, it's after the 7th inning. Now,
what's that? They stopped serving alcohol.
Yeah, they don't serve beer after.
They do the same thing. They do the same thing in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. Now, I'm willing to allow the fact that the fans that were sitting there in the bleacher creatures, were probably drunk, and
they were just they probably got loaded really good by the 7th inning. And again, I don't condone or excuse what they did.
That's not an excuse.
But that whole thing was triggered when Straw decided he was going to try to climb the wall and get to a fan. Again, if this was the old Yankee Stadium where the walls were really short, that would have been interesting.
Excuse me.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
would have yanked his ass into the stands and beat the crap out of him. Is what they would have
Basically,
done.
basically.
Yeah.
And again, as a professional, you got to tune out the fans. How many people look at Kyrie Irving the other day when he was getting heckled in Boston?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He decides to throw middle fingers, and he paid a $50,000 fine for that. But if you don't think that fans are going to heckle you and get under your skin,
Oh yeah.
then you don't really need to be playing sports.
Not especially professional sports.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Unfortunately, it's the nature
I
of the
don't
beast.
I don't really condone anybody that, as long as a fan doesn't touch you or throw something at you or so on and so forth, you have no right. Because you know what? They say, oh, well, there are players that have done that. And Kyrie Irving, he even said, I've done it before, blah, blah. Yeah, but you know what? You're on national television in the middle of a playoff game
Right.
where millions and millions of people are watching. A lot of them are kids.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not showing any kind of sportsmanship by doing some shit like that.
No.
And then you wonder why the fans take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Again, it has to start with the professionals first. You cannot put the burden of responsibility to be responsible on the fans. Why? Because they pay money to go there. The money they pay goes to pay you, and sometimes they feel entitled. If I want to pay my money to go tell Kyrie Irving that he sucks, or like they did in Fenway Park the other day, fuck you, Kyrie. Okay, that's their right. You know what I'm saying? As long as they're not physically attacking somebody. It was like during the season when LeBron was getting fans tossed out of the game because of his thin skin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Leave the damn fans alone.
It's getting thinner all the time.
Those front row fans, they pay for your salary, dude.
No, they pay a lot to be on that.
Pay a lot.
And then you wind up not making the playoffs with a fucking super team.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and not only that, but some of the actions of these professional players are a direct reflection, and they are considered, unquote, even though they don't want to be, role models, and their actions and the way they behave on the field, off the field, has an influence on what these lower leagues and high school and college players, how they act as well. It's a reflection of what's going on, because they look up at these guys and they say, well, if these guys can do it, why can't I do it? You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it too.
Yeah. That's a bad precedent to be setting too.
It is. John's been very quiet on this subject. I wonder why.
Because, dude, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
No.
Like, I
been out of the whole week.
And that's
I've been so out of it for the whole week.
And that's the problem with things like baseball and basketball, is that the fans are so close in proximity to where the players are.
Yes.
Well, they're on the end zones in football too, but
in hockey, you got the glass all the way around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In football, you got sidelines and end zones that separate the fans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But still, the fans are right there in the end zone too. I mean, like Clarky just said.
Well, yeah,
back in the day, fans were throwing dog biscuits out of the dog pound.
Shit, Philly fans were pelting Santa Claus with snowballs.
And exactly. And Jimmy Johnson had batteries. So
snowballs that were covering batteries too.
Yes.
But the thing is that again, it comes down to player reaction first and foremost. And I just don't think that the players. It's like what happened with Artest back in the day. He was kind of well within his rights to go up there and beat the shit out of that guy for throwing a beer at him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't condone somebody, especially you could hurt somebody, man. You're trying to take somebody's livelihood away, and that shit just don't fly.
Right.
Straw, if he would have climbed the fence when the fans were throwing shit, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But when they were just talking, yapping, you know what I'm saying? He didn't need to do
Well,
that.
they were laughing because of the injury to the other player.
I understand, but it was just still talk.
That's
it
where
was talk.
I have a question about that too. The player, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the player that got injured, his name was Quan, which means it was an Asian player.
No, it wasn't him. No, it was not him. No, it was not him. Let me get.
Well, and the thing is, dude, Asians are just as prevalent in population in New York as everybody else.
The thing is, it goes back to Asian bashing because, I mean, how much of that, if it wasn't, how much of that, if you get
it wasn't. It wasn't an Asian guy that was playing the outfield.
No, okay.
But regardless, I mean, the point is that at some point it behooves the players themselves to remember that they get paid millions of dollars to be professionals. You're dealing with people that are making $15 an hour sitting in the bleachers, if that, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to go and unwind. And if you try to, step on their toes that way, I mean, come on, think about it.
One of the funniest encounters I've ever seen between players and fans occurred when I was at a Dallas Stars hockey game against the New York Rangers. And this was back when Ty Domi was playing for the Rangers. I think it was toward the end of his career. And he got into the penalty box, imagine that. And somehow a Stars fan snuck one of those Ronco pocket fishermen into the game, got it strung out, attached a pacifier on it, and then dangled it over the penalty box at Ty Domi. And to his credit, Ty Domi, I'm pretty sure he saw it and he just ignored it. But
and that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
If Kyrie Irving thinks that by flipping off Boston fans, he wasn't going to get more shit, he wasn't even at the Red Sox game and he was getting shit.
No, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
For the record,
I'm sorry, but it's poetic justice that the Nets are about to get swept out of the playoffs. Poetic justice.
And also, it was announced today that Ben Simmons isn't going to play in Game 4 because
what does it matter? What difference was he going to make? It wouldn't have mattered from Game 1 on either.
No.
ESPN is hyped up.
Look, they got rid of Ben Simmons in Philly for a reason. Okay, he might play great defense, but the dude can't shoot free throws to save his life. I think Shaq's a better free throw shooter than he is.
Ouch.
That's scary.
Ouch, Elliot. Ouch.
And I'm sorry, but the guy has not shown that he's worthy of that number one pick that he was all those years ago.
For the record, it was Oscar Mercado who got injured.
How is he? I mean, what did he do for Philadelphia? How many games has he played over the last 2 seasons?
Like 12 or 15 or something like that.
50, well,
maybe. I mean, he went to Brooklyn and played 3 or 4 games, and then he was out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So the Ben Simmons thing, maybe it's a good thing because they'd get embarrassed even more if he played in Game 4. I'm just glad that Crooklyn is not going anywhere.
I think John felt the same way. Look at him shake his head. Yeah.
What I think is funny is ESPN hyped this series as being in the Clash of the Titans, and it's been nothing but it's been a
come on, man. It's been more like David and Goliath and David.
Chicago and Milwaukee has been a better series than this one. So I mean,
well, I don't know about that because Milwaukee just blew them out again today.
Yeah, but the series is 3-2, right?
3-1, I think.
It's 3-1 now.
Yeah, and it goes back to Milwaukee. It ends the next game. I think Denver.
Yeah, it's over in Game 5.
Denver finally 1-1 against Golden State. But.
You know what? I'm still stunned. I'm still totally freaking stunned how the Minnesota Timberwolves blew 2 25-point leads in one game.
Yeah.
Because they're playing Memphis. Memphis doesn't give up.
They were up by 20 something in the first quarter.
26 and 23, I think, are what the official numbers.
No,
were.
25 was in the second half for
Second
sure.
half.
It was
20,
79.
I think it was 26 in the first half.
It was 79-54 at one. I think it was 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they got outscored 50-16 the rest of the way.
Mhm.
Yeah, Clarkie brings up the Timberwolves.
39-12 in the fourth quarter. 37-12 in the fourth quarter.
Jesus. And then Clarkie brings this up as well. There's been a series of protests by fans for some reason going on in the court in Minnesota.
Well, what was that about? Someone explain it for the idiots like me that have no idea.
It has to do with the fact that the
What
owner
are
of
you
the
protesting now?
They're protesting the Minnesota Timberwolves having to euthanize almost an entire chicken farm because of
Bird
of
flu.
a disease.
What?
And, yeah.
They're
Bird flu.
protesting the death of chickens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they blew 225 points.
There's a new epidemic of bird flu going through
it's bird flu,
the state of
right.
Minnesota right now.
Yeah.
And it's
So
pretty
they're
much
doing
affecting
something to
chickens,
protect the health of humanity,
Yes.
pretty much.
but your crew, the libs, are protesting the killing of
Now,
chickens.
don't put the blanket
no,
over
Oh,
on
you're
the
lumped into that, buddy.
No,
That's
no,
your
no,
fault.
No.
I know it's your birthday and all, but I ain't gonna let you slide with that one.
No,
Oh, that's your
you
fault.
think it's tough.
You guys are all them
them
left
Okay.
leaning.
I ain't liberal to the point where I'm gonna. sweat
Okay,
some
good. So you're a
chicken.
normal. You're
Yeah.
a
Okay,
normal. liberal.
when I was growing up, I used to go to the chicken place with my mom and watch chickens get their heads cut.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Cut the head off. Yes.
So,
Yeah, we're moving to the country in a month, and my wife is like, "We're gonna get a bunch of chickens." I'm like, "You know what we're gonna do with them, right? Oh, they're cute. They lay eggs. Then they stop laying eggs. What are you gonna do with it?
You
What
know,
are
chop
you
the
gonna
head off
do?
and cook it for dinner.
You're
Dude,
gonna
my
eat it.
neighbor was raising chickens for a while, and then one day I stopped hearing the clucking.
Yeah. What happened? Are you enjoying that fried chicken?
They
sir?
were no longer producing food, so they became food.
I'm like, I really need to get really. That's what. So I'm sitting here watching all the thing on Twitter about some crazy chick running out into the. I'm like, okay, whatever. They're protesting like a pipeline or something. I don't know what they're protesting. It's chickens.
Yes, it's chickens.
It's freaking chickens.
Yes.
Chickens.
Man.
Is this a great country or what?
In other words,
Oh, bro, I love your
in
country.
other words,
man.
don't get the flu in Minnesota,
Oh,
or you might be next.
oh, man.
John, you love this country, don't you?
Oh, I love them. America's dude. As a non-American watching it, it's literally like a movie, but
Dude,
you
as
know
an
it's
American,
real.
It's a freaking comic reel. Okay.
It's fantastic, man. It's I mean,
What are you gonna do, right?
I can't say anything. Man. I'm just sitting here, man.
Think of it as a 3-story apartment building, John. On the top floor is Canada, and the middle floor is Mexico. Middle floor is United States. Bottom floor is Mexico, and the bottom 2 floors, Mexico and United States, are having parties every night. And third floor going, you guys just knock it off and go to bed.
I love it, man.
You guys are in the penthouse.
You're in the penthouse.
I love it,
Pay
man.
for it too.
Yeah, that's what Robin Williams said in one of his comedy bits, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Canada, it's like a loft on top of a great party.
That's
That's what he
right.
Yeah,
said.
that's
Right.
crazy, dude. I didn't hear about the chicken shit.
Dude, that's awesome, dude. The chickens.
John,
but that's something else.
not to change subject, but just before I forget, you were looking at. We now have 3 members of the blockchain on this show.
Yeah, I saw he joined.
Yes.
Scuba Texan has
Yes.
joined the Hive blockchain.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I delegated a little bit of Hive power over to Scuba Texan.
Yes.
You know, I onboarded one of my best friends on planet Earth last week, so
Right.
slowly they're coming over to the good side of the force.
Yes,
So,
and I told him to reach out to you if he has any questions or any issues, because you can answer any question he may have. You're more experienced.
It's Gong Show, man. It is not like Facebook. It's not like just post. There's more to it, but if you spend a weekend and really dive in, you'll be like, holy crap.
You guys really know how to make a guy feel like an outsider.
Well, anytime you want.
Anytime you want to come on, anytime you want to come over to the dark side, Elliot, you're more than welcome.
Anytime, man. I got the hive power.
I have no clue.
I'm gonna have to step. John, I'm really gonna have to step.
Hey, when you say blockchain, I think of a necklace.
I know.
Yeah. Cuban links, right?
Yeah,
There you go.
There you go.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
That's exactly the one
I had that, and then I sold it.
I'm really gonna have to step up my game now, because we got a journalist on the blockchain that can talk any sport in the world. So
Right.
Oh, by the way,
let's get
latest news: sources say that back soreness is stymieing Ben Simmons' return.
Yes, that's what I heard too.
There's a lot more stymieing Ben Simmons' return, and it's all between his ears.
Yes,
guaranteed.
Oh, he sucks,
bro. He's just not in it.
Why would he want to be there to get swept? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he ain't in it. He's just not in it, man. He's not in it.
Let me take this time before Elliot takes off here. For those of you who are watching the replay or hearing the replay, the Sports Nerds will have a live draft show Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and we will be on for the entire first round of the NFL draft from Las Vegas. We won't be in Vegas, but the draft is in Vegas. So there's gonna be plenty of coffee brewing, trying to keep the guys in the Eastern time zone awake. But we'll get through it. And on the following Sunday, we're gonna have Ron Gallo in the last segment of the show to talk hockey playoffs. Now, Elliot is attempting to get Mr. Derek Laughlin here for this Sunday show for the first part of the show to recap the draft. So we're crossing our fingers and hoping he can join us next Sunday. So
very nice.
Yes, so it'll be a good show next week.
It's that time of year where I got to reach out to Derek and Ron. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It's funny. One of my memories that came up today on Facebook was the show we did 5 years ago, Elliot, with Ron, not with Ron, but with Derek and Nick.
Nick.
Yes.
Nick, Lord, Mr. Lord.
Yes.
And his golden chair.
Yes, exactly. So yeah. We did. That was our draft show from 5 years ago.
He had his own sitting chair, and it was gold.
One of those old school gold recliners that just
it looked like a throne, dude.
Throwback from the 70s, man. It was funny.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he had the appropriate name, Nick Lord.
Yeah, join us Thursday night, 7:30 Eastern time. We'll do a live draft show.
By the way, Elliot, I'm glad you responded to that post I made today about the 2020 draft. Said Roger Goodell says, "Welcome to the 2020 NFL draft." I don't have anything else to do. So.
Yeah, what else to do?
And didn't he feed in his own booze during that draft because there was no audience?
Oh,
I want to say he fed in his own booze.
There was I heard a few boos, but
anybody keeping up with USFL at all?
No.
No, that's totally unwatchable.
No, I'm rather watch paint dry than
that's okay. Neither are the fans.
Yeah.
Did you see one of the shots of the stadium?
Yeah.
I think there were like 10 fans and 8 of them were ushers.
Yeah.
I like it.
There was as many people at the stadium as there are on our show every Sunday.
Yeah, there you go.
there was a guy like teabagging a guy today. It was great. Did you see that?
No.
Receiver started teabagging a corner. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. It was good.
Well, they got to do something to keep themselves entertained or whatever.
It looks more like the XFL than the original XFL.
Oh my God!
Congratulations to Mr. Miguel Cabrera.
Miggy.
Miggytron.
Well, we didn't let him get that 3,000 hit. We walked his ass.
I know, right? Reaching the one of only 7 players to ever hit 500 home runs and 3,000 hits in his career. This guy's been in the league for like 18 years, guys. I mean, he's been in forever.
Yeah, he fucking killed us in the World Series.
Here's another one for you. He's the third player in Major League history to have 500 home runs, 3,000 hits, and hit 300
Right.
batting average.
Yeah, I think Mays and Aaron are the only other two, right?
Yep, that's pretty heavy company.
Yeah, that's pretty big news. I mean, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And he's one of the most likable guys in baseball. He really is. I mean, he actually is having fun when he plays baseball. I mean, some of his stuff, his interactions with the fans, interactions.
I had no fun.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, there's the one in the clip. They were showing some of his clips, and there was this guy. He played for I forget his name as soon as you say it, but like you couldn't touch his neck or his head. Who was that? And Miguel used to screw with them all the time.
Adrian Beltre.
Yeah, right. And Cabrera would screw with them all the time.
Yeah. He did that to all his opponents, man. He did it to everybody.
Oh, it was the greatest, man. I loved it. Love it.
He didn't give a shit, dude.
Yeah.
It was the funny quote I thought.
Weird. The only moment I couldn't stand Miguel Cabrera was when he hit that game-winning home run against the Yankees in the World Series. Other than that, he's golden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is.
The quote I liked, Elliot, was after the game against the Yankees when they walked him. He's like, "I don't care. I increases my on-base percentage. I'm happy with that that walk."
The thing is that the walk was the right baseball move.
Yeah, it was. You're right.
Like they were trying to avoid him getting the hit.
Right.
That was the baseball move, and you know that term doesn't always go hand in hand with my favorite manager of all time, Aaron Boone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where he makes smart baseball moves. So I'm pretty sure it was somebody else on the bench that called for that.
What got me with Aaron Boone after the game going, well, that's payback for him costing me the World Series in 2003. I'm thinking, wait a minute, Aaron, you kind of cost us the World Series in 2003 too, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I told Scott, because Scott says he lives for me hating Aaron Boone.
Yes.
I do.
I do. You know what, man? Look,
it's great. It's great radio, man. It really is. It's fun stuff.
Aaron Boone shouldn't manage a Circle K, much less a professional baseball team. Okay, that's all I got to say on Aaron Boone. But he's a yes man, and I don't mean the Yes Network either.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he wasn't an ass kisser, he probably would have got fired. That's why they didn't go get Buck Showalter, because Buck Showalter ain't kissing nobody's ass.
Right. Exactly.
Buck Showalter's been there, done that.
Yep. And the Mets are kicking it right now.
Yes, they are.
It's because of Buck Showalter.
Yep.
Buck Showalter's one of the nicest managers I've ever met.
Wait till DeGrom comes back.
They're
They're
going to be hell on wheels before long.
I'm telling you, man, that team
if you're going to do what you're going to do with the Mets, you better do it right now, because come June, July, I have a feeling they're about to take off.
For the June swoon. I don't know. We'll see. I had no expectations of the Yankees sweeping the Indians this weekend, but that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, they won 10-2 today again. So yeah.
So I told Scott before the series started.
The Guardians, but yeah.
Yeah, the Guardians. Hey, Michael K, I owe you $20, Michael K. But yeah, I even told Scott, we were talking before the game, or right as the game started on Friday, and I told him, well, shoot, after he put out that post about Cleveland being the top pitching staff and this, that, and that, I go, well, with the Cleveland pitching, the Yankees probably won't score this week.
Well, that was wrong. Wrong. Yeah. I mean, Cleveland's always had great pitching. It's the bats that have killed them.
Isn't it historical that the Cleveland Indians just can't solve the Yankees?
No, Indians can't. No, I'm saying Indians because before this year they've never been able to solve the Yankees.
The Guardians. It's transferred over to the Guardians.
Yeah.
It carried over.
Did anybody on the Yankees look over at the Guardians catcher and say, "Hey, how's your wife and my kids?"
Yeah, right. Too funny. I love it when a major league reference is put on the show. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh
Never
God.
possible.
Another shout out to Mr. Steven Stamkos
Who
for
cares?
Ooh, what? Oh, yo, they blasted fucking the Maple Leafs.
Oh, yeah, it was like what,
Sorry,
8-1 or
dude.
something?
yeah 8-1.
I was like, holy
They beat
shit.
Nashville the next night like 6-2. So yeah, their scoring is coming up. But no,
But
Steven Stamkos.
hey, kudos to Felix Potvin for beating the shit out of Ron Hextall after he skated.
Yeah, Felix. Love it. Love it.
Stamkos broke, and it took. What's the word I'm looking for? Stamkos is now the all-time scoring leader for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He beat Marty St. Louis' record this week. So,
and that's because Marty St. Louis went to the Rangers. Otherwise,
he'd still be chasing the record. Exactly. Yes.
Yep.
But yeah, shout out to Stamkos for breaking the record, the club record. Excuse me, the franchise record.
Franchise record.
Hey, did you guys see that ridiculous 3-point shot by Embiid the other day in overtime?
To win the game, the game winning shot. Yeah, I mean,
screw that guy,
dude. He grabbed it and just heaved it, and that shit went. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Well, hats off to the coach for drawing up that play because that was what happened. The coach was smart enough to call a timeout. We got 11 with like there was only a few seconds left on the clock, and he drew up the play. Embiid got free and shot it. Put it up like a prayer, man, and it went in.
Well, Denver managed to prolong their
misery.
Yeah,
bro. If we would have sank one free throw at the end of that game, this series would be 2-2.
Yeah.
So spare me the Philly love.
Well, you see, that's just it. That's just it. That kind of offsets the 4 bounces off the rim before the ball went in for what's his face.
Yeah. Winky dink Kawhi.
How many times did the Raptors knock Philadelphia out of the playoffs?
Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully we do it again, right? But, yeah, I'm not holding my breath.
I see Scotty Barnes got Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Buddy. Yes, sir.
Scotty.
Cleveland fans don't like that. They felt their guy should have got it. But that's
Cleveland can suce la penus.
And does that mean suck it?
Milwaukee looked like the champs again today.
Yep. They are not going to be an easy out.
Oh, no.
They're going to be around for a while.
Well, they got a title to defend, and I'll tell you what.
That's right.
Miami's good, but I don't know, man. Speaking of which, they're up 44-40 right now with 3:33 to go in the second.
And the Bolts are beating the Panthers for a change.
Well, aren't they? The Panthers already clinched home ice, right?
They clinched the best record in the league, yes.
Yeah, we got
so I guess it don't mean nothing at this point, except for seeding, right?
Yeah, Tampa trying to get a better seed, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, now it's tied up. Of course it is. I said that. Now it's tied up.
What, is Florida still got their winning streak going? I thought it was 12.
13.
13.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
It is, especially in the NHL. Especially in the NHL.
I guess Florida didn't come out of nowhere because they did well last year too.
Yeah, they were good last year, but this year they've been even better.
This year they've just been crazy.
Yeah, even better. Even better.
At any rate, guys, I'm out of here.
All right.
May the gas tank be with you.
Be with you, yes.
And I will see you guys Thursday night.
Thursday night.
All right, guys. Be good.
Yeah, man.
Take care, Elliot.
Good night to everyone out there in Sports Nerds World. We'll see you guys.
All people that watch.
Peace.
Later.
All right.
May the Schwartz be with you.
All right. So what else is going on, guys? What do you want to talk about? We got 45 minutes to go. What do you got?
I don't know.
Hats off to Max Verstappen for winning the first Italian Grand Prix today, and Formula One.
They're running Talladega right now, aren't they?
They're running. Are they still running it?
Talladega. Talladega.
Yep. That could be on for a while. They've had like 2 or 3 rain stops, haven't they?
Oh, did you see, Ken, that there is another Earnhardt running the number 3 into
Yes, it is Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Yeah,
is
that his nephew or his?
That's Junior's nephew. Yes, that's his sister's kid.
Okay,
that is Dale Senior's grandson.
Okay.
Yep, and he has worshipped Dale Senior forever. And,
well, let's hope he can be as good. I mean, his son didn't really live up to Dale, but who can live up to Dale? That's good.
He tried. He
did try.
Jamal Roan Johnson is in the house. Jamal, what's up?
Hey,
man?
Jamal, how you doing, buddy? Fellow Cowboy fan. You asked about Jamal. He's a Cowboys fan.
Excellent.
Yes.
We can always use another one of those.
Yeah. I ran into. I was in the store yesterday getting groceries, and the guy behind the deli counter was talking to me. He said he asked me because I was wearing this hat. He asked me what I thought about what was going on in Cleveland. I said I'm disgusted, but I'm gonna bite my tongue and move forward. And he says, you're probably gonna laugh at me when you find out who my team is. I said, well, what is it, the Cowboys? He's like, yeah, it's the Cowboys.
We're everywhere.
But he's as disgusted with Jerry Jones as you are, Ken. So it was a good conversation.
Territory. Yes,
yeah, it was a good conversation. But I thought it was funny.
It was
like
interesting. Something I didn't neglected to mention last week when I was at the rugby game. We have 3 stadiums all within close proximity of each other. We got the former ballpark, Choctaw Stadium. We have AT&T Stadium, and we have the new Globe Life Field where the Rangers play. All 3 of them were in play last Saturday night.
Really?
We had a rugby game at Choctaw. The Rangers were playing the Angels at Globe Life, and then the boxing match, World Championship Boxing, was at AT&T Stadium. So you talk about a traffic jam. That was insane.
Well, Tyson Fury fought in Wembley last night and kicked the shit out of his opponent, man.
Yeah. And now he's talking about retiring. So
yes, he is. He only had a 5-fight contract with ESPN, and this was his 5th fight. So that's probably why he's talking about retiring.
Well, I heard him say he wanted to fight a UFC fighter, but
yes, he did. Yeah. I forget the UFC fighter's name, but yes, he did mention that as well.
Now, does he want to fight in boxing or?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think Tyson Fury can handle the octagon. I don't think because he's so big and to be honest, he's out of shape. He really is. I mean, he's not as in shape as these UFC fighters.
Yeah.
What do you think, John? Can boxers cross over into UFC?
Can boxers cross over? I know Floyd Mayweather wanted to, but they talked him out of it. But he got what's his name to come over into boxing and worked him over. But
yeah, Clark, you brought up a good point. Remember, you see the video of Mike Tyson
a
passenger on a plane earlier this week?
If you're going to pick on somebody in an airplane, why would you pick on Mike Tyson?
Yeah, he's the man's my age. He's 55 years old, but it don't matter because he's still pounding the crap out of the guy.
Yeah, and he did.
Yes.
That sounded like a setup. Someone wanting the publicity. Hey, I took on Mike Tyson in an airplane.
Yeah, that's not something you want on your resume because you can get the crap out of you.
Right. Snakes in a plane.
Right. Never met with Mike Tyson. You're right, Jamal. Very good point. You know what? No, never. And he's a kinder, gentler Mike Tyson these days, but still, you don't want to poke the bear because the bear will come out.
That's right. He's very zen.
Yes.
I guess you would have to be zen to have 2 tattoos on your face.
Yeah.
Don't quite get that.
And the Bolts are up 4-3 with 14 minutes left in the second period.
Wow. That'll be an interesting. That would be an interesting playoff series.
Yeah.
To be what
If those guys meet in the conference final, it's gonna be a hell of a series. It really is.
What is the highway between Tampa and Miami?
That'd be Alligator Alley.
Alligator Alley.
Yes, it's actually 75
75
south, and then it goes across through the Everglades to Miami.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that would be interesting.
I actually drove that almost. Oh wow, it's been a while. I drove that from where I live. I took 75 down to where it's Fort Myers, and that's where it breaks off and goes east to Miami, and that is a drive that has absolutely nothing of interest on it whatsoever. Nothing.
Wow.
It is the most barren road because you've got marsh on either side of you. It's the Everglades, so it's marsh.
Oh wow.
It's not a fun drive because you get stuck out there, you're screwed. You're done. The alligators are coming to get you.
You don't know what nothing is until you've driven in the freaking Canadian prairies. Okay, that's nothing. That's nothing for 6 hours.
We got enough of that in Texas. We got a few of those in
Texas. Yeah, West Texas. Like go for a nice drive in West Texas.
I did
too many times. 10 and
nothing.
20.
At least Texas, you got a high. You can go like what is it, like 75 miles per hour on the roads out there.
Actually, there is. I don't think they have a speed limit in Texas.
There's one stretch just outside of Austin, between Austin and San Antonio, I believe. That's 85.
85, right.
That's north south though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not one of the major highways. It's a highway, minor one. State highway, but it's,
they got a lot of those in Montana or South Dakota or North Dakota, where there is no speed limit. You can go as fast as you want to go.
Yeah, because nobody's gonna pull you over either. So
right, and it's all flat.
There's one that's 85, and it's the highest posted speed limit in the United States.
Jesus,
yeah,
that's the best. Oh, I love the little bubbles on my Twitter feed. It's your birthday, little balloons flying up there.
Ooh. Too funny.
Balloons. So what's up, man? Football, man. We're a couple days away from it. Is everyone going to watch draft day on Wednesday night?
I'm going to watch draft day this week. Yes, absolutely. I've actually have it purchased, and I can watch it whenever I want to. So yeah,
I think we may do that.
Yes.
Very good.
Now we'll be going to a baseball game on Friday night. So
Rangers and the Atlanta Braves, the world champions. That'll be a good game too.
Should be. Friend of mine was a big Braves fan and Rangers fan, and he's the one that passed away last year. But he ran the Boston Marathon 5 years ago, and so his wife is coming down to see his birthday is next. It's Friday, but he's also having a scholarship in his name presented at the UTA Wednesday night. So
nice.
She's coming down for that, and then she's staying over, and we're going to go to the ball game with her on Friday night. So
nice.
Be all Danny Woodward night for all of us.
Very cool.
So should be fun. It'll be good to see her again. Saw her last December. She came in for our Texas Christkindlmarkt, the German Christmas store that we have here, and we got to see her that day, and then this is the first time she's come back in since then. So
good. That should be a fun night for you guys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the draft night. I mean, I got no skin in the game Thursday night because the Browns don't have a first round draft unless they move up, which I don't think they will because they got the 44th pick, so they're like 14th or 15th in the second round. I don't think they're going to be able to take that pick and move up in this first round unless Baker Mayfield's included in the deal. So, I'm going to sit back and enjoy the reactions that you and John have on Thursday night to your draft picks.
It'll be late in the evening, I think.
Yes,
because-
it will.
The only way Buffalo can screw this up for me is drafting a quarterback in round one.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
That's literally the only way they could screw it up for me. Like whoever they get, it's like, cool. Oh, you think we need a new interior offensive lineman? Sounds great. Go Buffalo. Like, oh, we need a wide receiver. Oh, you're gonna take a flyer on a first round running back. Oh, let's go.
Speaking of Josh Allen, what do you think about the news about him the other day?
What news?
What happened with Josh?
The new 2-on-2 golf.
Oh yeah, him and Mahomes
thing.
against the
Him and Mahomes against Aaron Rodgers
Brady
and Tom Brady.
Rodgers. Yeah, let's go.
That'd be
Let's go.
interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So the old guys against the young guys.
The old guys against the young guys, right?
Yeah. Who usually shows that on TV? Is that TNT?
Normally it's gonna be like the Golf Channel. It could be
Golf
ESPN.
Channel? Okay.
Well, it's not until July or something, right? June or
Yeah,
July.
it's not
Oh, it's
cool.
summer,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a ways away. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be fun, man.
I don't
Could be
know
the-
what
you know,
John's
it-
handicap is, but
It could also be like TBS TNT as well. I mean, depending on what's going on in Fox. So it could be a
Just
multitude of
Stream it on Twitter and call it a day.
There you go.
Chickens. Yeah. What else?
There's not been any-
non-sport news, by the way.
okay.
I did finally see The Batman.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
It's very emo.
really?
Shocking.
Yeah. Robert Patterson is okay, but I'm not sold on it yet. It was a good move. Don't get me wrong, it was really good.
It wouldn't take
the guy
much
that
for him to be better than Affleck.
The guy that played the Riddler was off the charts, fantastic. And even Colin Firth, I think is it Colin Firth that played the Penguin? Was it Colin Firth? I think it was Colin Firth. No, it wasn't Colin.
No,
Firth.
it's Colin Farrell, right?
Colin Farrell. Thank you very much, John. Thank you. Colin Farrell is a Penguin. You can't tell. You can't tell it's him. The makeup was so good, you couldn't tell it was him, but he did a good job as well.
Nice.
And Zoe Kravitz as Batgirl, fantastic. She kicked that movie's ass. She was good in it. I'm just not sold on Robert Pattinson
She was
as
Batgirl,
Batman.
wasn't she? Catwoman.
Catwoman, excuse me, Catwoman. Yes, Catwoman. Yes. I'm just not sold on Robert Pattinson as Batman. I don't know.
Dude, Christian Bale was the best Batman in the recent memory.
To this point, Christian Bale was the best. Yeah.
Right. I mean, but those movies were amazing. Everything, each
all
one.
Three, all the Chris Nolan movies. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
all
the
three.
Christopher
of them,
Nolan
yes.
movies were fantastic.
Yes.
Like, and Tom Hardy as Bane is like next to Heath Ledger, the perfect casting for villains.
Yes,
like it was. Yeah, it's great. I love, like, if you want to see something really cool, watch Tom Hardy explain how he came up with the voice for Bane, because that's him.
Cool.
That's his voice. That's that's not a voice actor doing that. That's him doing the voice.
Right, but
like it was great how he came up with it. It's fascinating. So this is why these guys get paid the big bucks, man, and why we're sitting here on a Sunday night with Jamal. Hi, Jamal.
Hey, Jamal, how you
doing? I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry your Sundays are, yeah. I've been out of it. These guys were talking like 45 minutes about everything that was happening in the week, and I just had such a crazy week. I was just like, okay, yeah, sure. Yay. Go team. It's good stuff. But
it was okay. I mean, it wasn't.
I'll watch it. Just I'm not gonna rush out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, they put it on
HBO Max. They put it on HBO Max, which is how I was able to watch it. They put it on HBO Max. So.
Yeah, we don't have that up here. We're po folk up in Canada. Yeah, we have to. I'm paying for this stupid sports app up here. Ask me if it works. I'm paying like $15 a month, and the stupid thing never works. And I tweet them nonstop. It's awful. It's such an awful like experience.
I signed up for the T-Mobile's free MLB TV.
Yeah, you mentioned that it went down, Ken. Did you get it back yet?
No, I haven't. Not yet. It's still down, and I can't get a hold of anybody. Every time I called somebody on T-Mobile, they pass it off to Metro. And every time I talk to somebody in Metro, they pass it back to T-Mobile. And so I don't know if I'm going to be getting it back or not. I hope I do. But I don't know if it was something. I changed my password for MLB.com yesterday, I think it was. So I'll try it and see if it happens.
His password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There you go.
Spaceballs reference for Spaceball. Yeah. It's amazing. I have the same combination on my luggage. Greatest Mel Brooks movie ever. Hey,
May 5th, Obi-Wan Kenobi starts streaming on Disney Plus.
See, every time I'm like, I gotta cancel this stupid Disney Plus shit. They come out with a new one. Like, are you watching Moon Knight yet?
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh, the last episode of Moon Knight was just like the last 10 minutes of it. You're just like, what the hell were they on when they came up with this idea? Like, they must have been on every acid trip known to mankind to come up with the ending of this episode. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It's Moon Knight is like, it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Like, no one knew. It's like, you know about Hulk.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of obscure Marvel characters.
Right, like Guardians was this obscure thing unless you were a super nerd. Right? Same with Moon Knight. Moon Knight is the Batman of Marvel, per se, right? But it's like, he's just such a warped character. Yeah. And dude, it's pretty crazy. It's fun. I'm more into the Halo series right now. The Halo series is freaking bananas. So I'm enjoying that. So, I know you guys love doing your obituaries and stuff. Did you see who passed away this week?
Guy
Lafleur, man. Flower power, man.
And Mike Bossy both.
Mike Bossy the week before, man. It's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I watched. I was reading Twitter and it's like Guy Lafleur. There's some athletes that were pure athletes. There were some guys that were just like celebrities, and then there were some guys that were like rock stars. And Guy Lafleur was all three. Like, he was just in the 70s, dude. Like,
he was. That
dude was like top of the food chain in Canada. Like, my mom has a crush on this guy. I told him he passed away yesterday, and I think she was crying a little. I mean, so.
I'll tell you what, Guy Lafleur was one of the fastest skaters I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
going up and down the ice, that was fun.
No helmet, the hair going in the wind, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. That's my first experience with the Canadians, and probably why I have disliked them, but I respect them. I respect the Montreal Canadiens, and Guy Lafleur was it. Him and Carbonneau were the guys.
Yeah. Are they seriously talking about having a state funeral for him?
Oh yeah, dude. They do everything for the Canadians. Oh yeah. It's another level. I mean, I remember when Bellevaux passed away like 10 years ago or something. They shut down the entire province. Quebec is no joke when it comes to their hockey heroes, man. They will shut it down.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Kind of like Trudeau does, just a little bit different with the hockey guys,
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Clarky says he's talked to Guy Lafleur outside the Boston Garden. One day he was just hanging out in the street with Boston fans. He was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is a good experience for you, Clarky. That's pretty freaking cool.
That's very cool.
Flower power, man. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I met Phil Esposito once down here in Tampa. Yep, I met Phil Esposito at a Lightning game one night because the
Boston legend Phil Esposito.
Yep, and one of the founders of Tampa Bay Lightning.
Who cares?
I was in our company had a club seats, and where they have drinks and they have free food and all that stuff. And it happened to be where our club seats were, was right next to the where the Lightning broadcast is. Their pregame show and stuff when such are there. Mm-hmm. So their TV studio was right there next to where our club seats were. And he was walking around, and I got to shake his hand and said hello and talk a little bit. He was really good too. I like Esposito.
Nice.
I've got 3 hockey encounters that I've had in my career. The first most prominent one was I was covering a Dallas Phoenix game back when they were the Phoenix Coyotes, and after the game was over, I was heading toward the Stars dressing room for interviews. And who do I happen to pass by in the corridor? the great one,
Really?
Wayne Gretzky,
Gretzky, nice.
drinking a Budweiser.
Of course he was.
And then I've also met the guy from ESPN that is the
Barry Melrose.
Barry Melrose. I met Barry Melrose, and
You love him or you hate him. You can't. It's not both. Either you love him or you hate him.
He's great, and he's great.
I love me some Barry Melrose, especially on
And
ESPN
then-
when he and the guys are back and forth and bantering on Sports Center.
And then the last one would be I was sitting in the press box once in the American Airlines Center, and sitting at my laptop and was about to go get something to eat, and I look up, and 2 rows in front of me, off to one side, is the former head coach of the Detroit Red Wings and Montreal Canadiens,
Scotty.
Scotty Bowman.
Scotty Bowman. And,
Very nice.
I did not get a chance to talk to him, but just seeing him that close away, I mean, it's pretty special. So
You guys might know this. You might not know this player if I say this, but it's a Toronto Maple Leafs legend. And I was young. And this is when my dad used to, like, almost every Saturday night, he'd take me down to the Gardens and I'd see the Leafs play. He was a Detroit fan. I was a Leaf fan, but he suffered, with me. Wow, and this is in the 80s, so this is Harold Ballard days and stuff. I'm still a pup. Like, I'm maybe 6 years old, 7 years old. And we used to sit not on the upper deck, but like in the old Maple Leaf Gardens, there was kind of this midsection that wrapped around. And that was, but to get there, you had to take like this back, like kind of, it wasn't like the mezzanine. It was like kind of like this back kind of like hallway. Right. And my dad and me are walking. It's kind of like during the play, so there's no one in it. So it's completely empty. My dad and me are walking down, and hockey is like top of the food chain for me. Toronto Maple Leafs are everything to me. I'm 6 years old. Coming down directly for us, because he wasn't playing that night, he was hurt, was Rick Vive, who was the captain of the Leafs at that time, and the last guy, I think, before Austin Matthews to get 50 goals for the Leafs. I think Andrew Tuck did it too, but and you want to talk about a fanboy moment. I'm a kid. I'm just like jumping up and down. My dad's being all like, because my dad knew hockey players his entire life, but I'm just like, it's yeah, and he's cool. He's like, hey, how you doing? Just like Bill said, most hockey guys are pretty cool. Like there's no, I mean, you're gonna have stories of some guys being skadooshas, but most of them are pretty humble, right? So
yes.
As a matter of fact, I do remember Rick Vive.
Number 22, man. Rick Vive, man. He was just my favorite player growing up. Like when, how much it was, like when me and my buddies would play street hockey, we'd either be number 21, Borja Salming, or number 22, Rick Vive. And that was who we always wanted to be playing. So I was the biggest Rick Vive fan. And then, here he is right in front of me. And I'm like geeking out like a child. It was pretty bad. Yeah. So, there's my hockey story. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
There you go.
What else we got?
Let's see.
I don't have much of anything else, really.
No, dude, you don't have to go all the way. I mean, shoot, I got my family here. My mom's here, so
Yep.
Yeah, look, there comes the Boston Fed sticking up.
Even Brad Marchand is a nice guy off the ice.
Yeah. Sean Avery apparently is a really good guy too, right? If you're a Rangers fan, he's great.
Yep. I got nothing else, guys. Ramp it up to the draft show on Thursday night.
Yeah, we'll go ham, man. We'll go hard on Thursday. It'll be fun.
Yep.
So
I'll bring some tacos and some burritos. And
burritos. I'll bring the water, because I'm not very exciting at 45 years old. So
stop it, John.
Bro, I'm feeling like ancient now. Like, this is what you guys feel like every night. Like,
you're 45, but you got 2 toddlers in the house.
I know. And you should have saw today when I showed up to the hotel to get my mom, and I have my 20-year-old son, my 5-year-old son, and my 3-year-old son all together. I'm like, holy crap. How did this happen? And,
you met the woman of your dreams, and she gave you 2 children. So that's what happened.
That's the truth. That's the truth, man.
Yes.
So,
and my thoughts are towards you and the family. Hopefully, this week goes better for you than the last week has gone.
Appreciate it.
And
it's nothing. It's health stuff that families are dealing with, but
How is your health?
We'll figure it out. Oh, I'm peachy, man. I mean,
Okay.
It's funny. I actually, before we go, I called on Friday. I had to go get my metformin, and the guy's like, asking me 20 questions, and he's like, "Well, what's your blood sugar at? Was it like 10, 11?" I'm like, "No, 5, like 6, maybe." Because I manage it. I totally manage my blood sugar. So it's if anyone out there has got diabetes, man, you can live with it. You just gotta. It's definitely
You gotta eat right,
livable.
basically.
You
and
just gotta stay on top of it, man. Just watch what you eat.
Yep.
That's one bane I'm glad I did not ever have to face.
No, but you got cardiovascular issues.
This is true.
That's nothing that needs to. You still got to watch your diet.
Yes.
Go easy on the salt. Go easy on.
I'm using salt substitute. I mean, it's fake salt.
Mrs. Dash is a wonderful product. I'm just telling you, they got multiple varieties, multiple flavors of Mrs. Dash. It's salt free. Use it. I use it all the time. So
I love you all. My mother-in-law is here now too, so I have my mother-in-law and my mother here.
Oh, you got the whole family.
Everyone downstairs.
All right, we're gonna check out early. John, enjoy your weekend.
Please send me the video when you get a chance. So bye. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. We'll see you all on Thursday night.
We'll promote it, even if Scott doesn't. Yeah.
What's that?
I said we will promote it, even if Scott doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll have a great night. I'll see you Thursday, 7:30.
All right.
We are the
Later,
Sportsman,
guys.
and we are out.